All right. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to I Want Entertainment. We are here, Gamers Paradise 2, Level 3, Autumn's Confessional. Autumn, what is on your mind?
So, a lot happened in the main chat last night. I have been trying really hard not to say anything, but at this point, when I have my name brought up in the main chat, specifically by Sharonica, I can no longer hold back, and definitely hoping that people see the truth and realize that it's not me that is causing the problem. But
What is the truth? Is there an actual factual, unshakable truth, or is it truth depending on the perspective of the individual?
I definitely think it's the unshakable truth, considering I haven't been saying the things that are being spread that I am specifically saying.
Okay, so let's talk about that.
Mhm.
Things are being spread that people are saying that you're saying. Like, what's the issue here?
So Sharonica is going around and she'll come to me and she'll say one thing, and then she'll go to somebody else and say that that thing that she's saying is what I have been saying. And then she says that I'm like wallpaper to talk to because I apparently don't tell her anything. But how
Now,
am
is
I?
this like is that wallpaper comment something that was said in the main chat, or is this wallpaper comment something that you're hearing through somebody else, or did it directly come from Sharonica?
It was said in the main chat.
Okay, so do you think that where did the breakdown of communication occur between you and Sharonica? Was it through hearing the things that she was saying?
So can you word that
Yeah. So
again?
like,
Sorry.
yeah. No, you're good. So like, there's your communication with some people seems well oiled, right? Like it's working, operating, functioning well, right?
Yes.
And then some people, it's a little bit rusty, like the wheels are turning, but it's a little bit shaky, right? Like an old bike. And then other people where the communication is just like malfunctioning, like the chain on the bike is fucking off, right?
Yes.
So like, where do you think that this communication, well, like whichever bike that Sharonica is in this communication analogy, where do you think like it went wrong?
I feel like me and Sharonica haven't really spoken too much, but I have definitely been hearing from a bunch of other people what she's been saying. And I feel like it should have been her coming to me instead of me hearing it from a bunch of other people. Now, as far as like where it went wrong, I don't know. I feel like I've tried to talk to her, and when she says that I'm wallpaper and that like I know a lot but I don't say a lot, but then she goes to other people saying that I am specifically spreading things and telling her things, it doesn't make sense to me. Because if I know a lot and don't say a lot, but I'm also telling her a lot and she's spreading it saying I'm saying it, that's contradicting.
So do you think that anything could amount from a conversation with her? Like, Sharonica, I want to call you, and these are the things I'm saying. These are the things that I'm hearing. This is what I'm hearing from my perspective, like not name drop or anything, but like essentially, is there a conversation that needs to be had? Or are we at a point where it's like, you're on the block, you just called me out in the main chat, I'm going to wash my hands clean and hope that I don't have to deal with you next level?
At this point, I mean, I tried to send her a message last night to kind of clear the air and let her know that, my feelings about her are not on a personal level. It is just, I think she is just not playing the game the way that I can respect in terms of her speaking about me. So I just think that at this point, she's on the block. I just kind of, I'm over it.
And if you win CPU, you will be sending her home, I'd imagine.
Yes. And I have already told her that last night in the DMs.
And if you did send her home, and well, if you won and you sent her home, it would be essentially because keep my name at your mouth.
Yes.
Okay. So let's I kind of know where your head's at in terms of like if you win. So let's play scenarios about next level.
Okay.
So we've had like two different voting scenarios, right? The first voting for the first level, it was like night one. Nobody knew each other. Nobody even knew really what the levels were, what they were even doing, right? So that was like a crapshoot. The second level, all but two, I think was the number. All but two people voted for survival, right?
Yes.
And this third level, it was like a little bit of a mix. There was like a random, there was a couple of sandboxes, there was a couple of racing. I think there was one other, a gotcha that I saw in there. So
Yeah.
how important is this upcoming level, and ideally what would best suit Autumn's game?
Ideally, well, first off, this next level, I think is very important. Um, as we know, I used my power this last level, and I put Sean, or I put Sharonica, Sean, and Benny. And those specifically, that is just because, they are to me the biggest problem people as far as what's been being said, and the people who I have been hearing have been talking about me the most. I think ideally the person who would go home next is Sean. I definitely think that he is trying to manipulate me by getting me to believe that other people aren't manipulating me. And I don't agree with that. And it was definitely offensive, our last conversation, when he was just basically telling me that this is my first game and that he made me feel like I was easily manipulatable. And that's not something that made me feel good, or, it just didn't make me feel very good about him. So I think ideally he is the one that I want to go next.
Okay. So last episode, I think it was last episode where you told a couple more people about your powers.
Yes.
Do you think that could potentially bite you in the butts because it is still relatively early? Like, how do you plan to mitigate if Betty finds out you play that power on him, and how will like other people in the game perceive that?
I'm hoping that people don't find out, but at the same time, I know that anything could happen. And, when you tell somebody something, when it comes to benefit them, they can definitely go and tell someone else to improve their own game. I don't know how I feel about who I've told so far. I don't know if I regret it or not. I have mixed feelings about it, but as of right now, I mostly trust, the people that I'm talking to, and I don't think that they would say anything anytime soon. So I think I have a little bit of time to plan for that.
Okay. I'm all out of questions for now. Is there anything else you want to get off your chest? That we like haven't touched on? I know like a lot goes on. It's impossible to touch on everything.
Yeah. Right now, I'm just really hoping that I can pull through with this comp. And because I think that Sharonica definitely needs to go, and I really want to save Haley. I'm not sure why Brendan told me why he did what he did, but I think that that definitely backfired. And now I just need to fix everything as best as I can if I can. So, I mean, that's really it.
All right, Autumn, it's been a pleasure as always. You are good for level 3 in terms of confessional requirements. Your debug vote will count, and if you win CPU, you definitely want it to count. So you're good to go. Yeah, so expect a live Monday night, and make sure to get your CPU done before tomorrow night.
All right.
All right, see you later.